The effects of sleep on motor control and performance. What is healthy sleep and why is it important? Healthy sleep entails an average of 7 to 9 hours of undisturbed rest. It is important to help offline gains and consolidation of motor sequences and adaptations. Insufficient sleep leads to a decreased alertness, negative mood, reduced motor and visual acuity, longer response time, and impaired attention and memory. Here we provided some tips for healthy sleep and 10 common sleep disorders. It should be noted that not only does the quantity of sleep matter, but also the quality. And these sleep disorders, as well as not having healthy sleeping habits can decrease the quality of your sleep. Next, I'll talk about the relevance of sleep on postural control. It was found that people who are sleep deprived due to either low quality of sleep or quantity perform worse in postural control tests than those who are not sleep deprived. Sleep quality is often overlooked. However, it is important to consider in regarding the performance of motor tasks such as postural control with eyes closed. This is especially true in older populations such as results. This chart looks at the least 5 active hours of brain activity during sleep and shows that there's greater postural stability in those with low brain activity during these times. Relevance of sleep on vigilant attention. Vigilant attention is the ability to maintain attention over a prolonged period of time. Sleep deprivation causes overall slowing of reaction times, errors in omission and commission, and increase in task on time efficiency. This study found that an evident increase in microsleeps, 500 milliseconds or greater, during the psychomotor vigilant test, as well as a slowing of eyelid closures in people whose sleep had been restricted. As you can see in these charts, with a lot of sleep deprivation versus no sleep deprivation, there is a huge increase in percentage of lapses as well as the average duration of the lapses. Relevance of sleep on executive function. Executive functioning is the mental skills that include working memory, flexible thinking, and self-control. It was found that sleep deprivation impaired executive functioning, resulting in longer reaction times and more errors on the Stroop and go/no-go tests. It was hypothesized that for new tasks, this could be due to impairment in the hippocampus, while as for ingrained tasks, this could be due to sleep deprivation and fatigue in the prefrontal cortex. Non-REM 2 and sleep spindles effects on consolidating motor sequences. It is known that sleep helps with the consolidation of motor sequence learning. However, does any one stage of sleep play a larger role than the other? This study taught new athletes a motor sequence, with some athletes concurrently being exposed to an unknown odor. That night when they were asleep, athletes were re-exposed to the odor during non-REM 2 sleep. The next day, those athletes who experienced the odor both during the initial and non-REM 2 sleep had higher performance rates on the newly learned motor sequence. Lastly, we'll talk about the effects of sleep extension on cognitive and physical performance. It was found that by extending sleep an average of 1.4 hours, participants experienced performance benefits in vigilance, executive functioning, broad jump distance, and motivation after only 6 days. This increase lasted for 4 days after habitual sleep had returned. And this strategy of sleep extension seems to be very promising in athletes, especially those traveling to different time zones where sleep quality and quantity is likely to be deprived. Therefore, this could be a way that they could ensure greater performance.